You are just one imaginal act away from profound success. And I'm going to show you exactly what that imaginal act is. And it's not going to be what you think. And it just might change your entire life. My name is Mr. 2020. This is the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing and one thing only. It's not endless affirmations, right? It's not tap, tap, tap to you, crap, crap, crap. It's not about treating symptoms or distracting yourself. It's about you, the wonder-working power of the human imagination, because Neville Goddard said, you are the operant power of God. You are the wisdom, you are the power, you are the love of God. I keep sharing that you are how God has the adventure of a lifetime. And you're settling for being a janitor, a Mr. Fix-It, right? Oh, I need something to fix this. Oh, I need another. No, you don't. What you need to is explore who you are and how this works. But let's dive in. You will never catch up. And you live in a culture that defines you by catching up, by winning races. You will never catch up. So I'm in a remarkable chat with one of my remarkable members. We're actually doing a 2-minute chat, right? Remarkable members get that. That's a crass commercial, of course. But I'm having a 2-minute chat with one of my remarkable members who's frustrated. And I shouldn't be telling you that I've got members in Remarkable that are frustrated, but I do. And they're frustrated because they can't keep up. They can't keep up with what I share. They can't keep up with what's in the chat. They can't keep up with what we cover. We do 2 live group calls a month, and they can't keep up. And I told them, guess what? Can you keep up with your bills? They can't. They're having a problem keeping up with their bills. Can they keep up with the Joneses? You know, I love that old phrase, right? Because, my neighbor, right, they just got a new car, and I've been imagining a new car, but my shit buggy broke down. And they're trying to keep up with the Joneses. They've been really worrying about the shit buggy breaking down. Trying to keep up is a disease. It literally is a dis-ease, right? It's more of a disease than addiction is, but I seem to digress. Because addiction means, right now, I want you to think about this. I've done a lot of work with addicts over the past 25 years, right? Somebody even say, I was one. Right, so I know this terrain pretty well, like PTSD. Ready? Here's what addiction is. Addiction is before I can, talk to you, before I can do whatever, I need a drink. Before I can relax, I need to watch porn. Before I can, I need to do this. Before I can. That's the nature of addiction. In other words, you're denying your divinity. Your divinity, Neville Goddard taught something really simple. I am. I'm a happy, loving teacher. I'm a happy, loving husband. I'm the guy who, look how creatively I dress just for fun. I'm having more fun than most people have frustration. There's 2 states. Let's just pretend today that there's only 2 states that you can choose from. Ready? The default state is this. The default state is I've got to catch up. I've got to get caught up on my bills, on what's going on in the chat. I've got to, I'm trying to catch up. A lot of people don't admit they have that, but they do. It's so apparent. I can't get caught up, Mr. 20. And so you get caught up in your mental bullshit. Mental is not imaginal. Neville Goddard was very clear about this. Study the disciple of Bart. We did that in Remarkable last year. And that's going to continue in some cool ways that you can't expect. Because the disciple of Bart reveals mental is not imaginal. Mental is about sequence. If this, then that. In other words, addiction. And imaginal is about freedom. See, to be an addict, you got to tell a story. I need me a beer before I can talk to the pretty woman. Right? I need me a beer before I can relax. I need me a beer. And so life becomes about the beer. You could enjoy it without all that story. I enjoy beer. I don't. I enjoy whiskey, but that's another one, right? Some people are terrified of it. Right? You're terrified of what's in a bottle. In other words, you're denying your divinity. Is God terrified of what's in a bottle? Do you really think you're defective? Right? I'm offering you something different, man. Can you tell I'm a little passionate about this? But you got two states. One is I can't get caught up, and that's because you got addiction loops, right? Here's the other one. Welcome to the dance. When you show up, your dance begins. It doesn't matter that the dance has been going on for 10 minutes or 10 hours. When you show up, your dance begins. And when I show up, I notice, what am I fascinated with? Who am I fascinated with? Dance is a very different state than determined. I'm determined to finish the race. I'm determined to come in first. I'm determined to have more than they have. I'm determined to have more than what I had last year. I'm determined. Let me know how that works out for you. On the other hand, I'm divinity. I dance. And when I show up, when you show up in your life, you dance. There's nothing to be caught up with. We came here to run out one out of two states. That's the presupposition today, just for fun. You can be a race, right? You can race to the finish line, right? You can try to win the race. Did you know? They say running creates more cortisol than any other fitness activity. Don't know if it's true. I don't run. On the other hand, dancing is delightful. Dancing, when you think about it, when you dance, you're activating all the four happy chemicals, right? You're giving yourself some status, some fun, some moving, some grooving. You're giving yourself some oxytocin, some fellowship and fun, some touch. You're giving yourself some dopamine. I wonder what, like the next song or the next move, or I'm curious about what's next on the dance floor. And endorphin, because you're moving and grooving. If running a race gives you cortisol, and dancing unleashes the four happy chemicals, which are a core teaching of what we do, and some people have copied that, shame on you. Make up your own shit. On the other hand, it's incredibly painfully obvious. You're either going to live from the state of, I can't get caught up, I have to get caught up. Notice how many times a day you say and feel that, versus I become infinitely fascinated when something catches my eye. In the name of Jesus, there's the shin and the yin. Whenever you translate that, it basically means seeing with sacred fire. And when I become fascinated and something catches my eye, I go a little nuts. Like I went nuts last year studying biblical Hebrew. Oh my God, there's so many hidden cool things there, not just the shin and the yin. There's just so much stuff. I became utterly fascinated with YouTube this year. And it's utterly fascinating what's happening as a result of that. Our outreach and our impact have gone through the roof. I'm talking, it's fascinating and fun to me. But I seem to digress. I get fascinated by so many things because I don't ever have the pressure to get caught up. And I don't know what to tell you. Because you all that are stuck in problem states, problem mode, more accurately. Problem mode is mental. But Mr. 20, how's that going to change everything? It changes you. So you're either going to live the rest of your life, the next 90 days, trying to get caught up, never getting caught up with the bills, with the money, with the kids, with the neighbors, with what I post. Or you could enjoy the rest of your life getting caught up in the dance of you. My name is Mr. 2020. This is the Power of Imagination podcast, where we explore one thing and one thing only. And if this touches you in any way, reach out. We've got all kind of cool shit going on, not just these little videos. These little videos are fun, but in the amount of time that it took you to watch this, you could have scrolled through like 70 cat videos trying to get caught up on your feed, or you could have done something to dive deeper and soar higher with us. And I invite you to that. Reach out, talk to me, have a lovely day. See ya.